All right, let's
Okay.
start this bad boy out. Um, yeah, I think we should do introductions.
Go for it, man. You start.
So I am August Ulrich. Brady and I have decided to start this podcast, which we have not named yet. Um, Brady
Oh,
and
no
I,
name podcast.
no name podcast. Um, but yeah, just a little background of, well, I guess Brady, you should introduce yourself.
Yeah, my name is Brady. I'm Augie's cousin. Uh, Same age. I live here in Minnesota. I got a strong Minnesota accent, so bear with me on that. Augie still has his as well. Um, yeah, dude, I'm excited for this.
Right. Yeah. When we were talking about it, um, have you seen those memes about like the group chat vacation leaving the chat?
Uh,
You seen those at all? It's like a joke
oh,
about how people always talk about doing something in the group
mhm.
chat, but then it just never happens. I
Oh,
feel like it's
right.
finally happening. So
That's right, dude.
um yeah, like Brady was saying, we are cousins. Brady's older than me by like 28 days or
That's
something.
correct. Yep, exactly.
And yeah, I'm currently in Pensacola, Florida, and he's in Minnesota. So we got the
Eagan,
idea.
Minnesota.
Yeah, you're in Egan, and I'm in
Yep.
Pensacola. So I think we got the idea to do a podcast just because we had always talked about kind of keeping in touch and keeping up with each other's lives. And we text all the time, but I think that this is just like another thing to kind of keep in touch and keep each other in the loop.
Definitely, dude. I mean, it's great to talk, whether it be on the phone and being face to face like this. Like, it's definitely better than just, random texts. And you know how I am with texts. It's like you'll text me and it'll be 2 weeks and you haven't heard a peep back. So
Right.
this will be a good way to stay connected and at the same time, like, I don't know, have some good conversations for sure.
Right. And that's yeah, I think that the way that you and I kind of communicate, it's super simple. And so when we talk about these topics, whatever they are, it's going to seem natural. It's not like we're trying to push something. I think it's just
Hmm.
two cousins, two
Two
close
dudes.
friends,
Yeah,
just chit-chatting.
that's right.
But yeah, so I think that we should catch up.
Hmm.
You're an Egan now. I mean, you've told me that it's been going well, but what uh what else has been going on? Work's been good.
Yeah, work has been awesome, man. And the move was smooth sailing. Like now that I'm here in Egan, out of the parents' basement, it feels really good, dude. It's like I got great roommates. Um, just really happy to be in this house, to be honest. It's a big house and not far from work. So like easy ride to work and work's been going pretty good, dude. Like there's a lot of projects coming around the corner, so I might end up in Duluth, Minnesota,
On a highway job or what?
on a bridge project. Yes.
Mm,
So really excited for that. Our company is not sure we're gonna get it yet, but that would be a big one for me. It wouldn't happen anytime soon, but it's in the works.
right. Would that be like what were you down in Blue Earth or Blue Earth?
Yeah,
Um,
it would be a little bit like that, but it'd be more of like bridge work instead of just the highway. Excuse
yeah,
me.
but would you stay in Duluth?
Yeah, no, I'd have to move.
That wouldn't
So
be bad.
it wouldn't be bad. The winters would be kind of difficult. just because it gets so crazy up there, like the snow and
Yeah.
the winds and the hills.
Yeah.
It's really hilly in
I
Duluth.
know, dude.
And you
Cassidy,
can't drive around. Like some days you're not gonna make up that hill unless
no,
you got a truck with some good tires.
right.
You might get stuck at
Um,
the bottom.
dude, some of those hills are actually ridiculous because I remember seeing videos of like icy road conditions in Duluth and people just shoo, flying down it.
Oh
You can't
yeah.
do anything about it, dude.
Tires locked up, you're done for.
Yeah. That would be
But
crazy though. I think that would be good for you though. I mean, granted, you just moved into that
yeah,
place, but Duluth, dude, it's just like I love Duluth in northern Minnesota. So,
especially in the summertime. I mean, it's hard to beat Minnesota in the summertime,
right. And
but
you'd be
it's
by Superior.
yeah. I think I would fit in well up there. I'd find some cool things to do. I mean, Duluth has a million things to do, and it's like a fun kind of college scene. So, I mean, I'm
Right.
way past my prime, but I would
Yeah.
I closed down a few bars there for sure. Or what's that nice brewery in Duluth? Like, there's a big famous brewery,
There's
Philander's, is it? There's
there's
a few of them.
Hoops. There's Hoops Brewing, which is downtown. There is Bent Paddle, which maybe is the one you're thinking of.
Yeah, I think
Um,
Matt Ben Paddle or Finnegan's
um,
or Philander's, something with an
Flanders.
F. Some an F is coming to mind for some reason.
I don't know, but
Maybe not.
I mean, Castle Danger is up that way, but it's in Two Harbors. Philanders. No, it's not ringing a bell, but
Excuse me, I'm choking on my Celsius.
yeah.
So, dude, speaking of breweries, you ever been interested in like getting back into like the brewery game or doing it as like a side gig or something? Because I know you were big on that for a while.
Yeah, and I think about that from time to time because there was like a short stint in my life where all I wanted to do was like
Brew, baby, brew.
brew
Yeah.
beer and I was like coming up with names for breweries that when I get older I'm gonna make and stuff like
Yeah.
that. And I don't sure the idea nowadays like it sounds fun, but also when I was in the industry, it was a pretty toxic
Mm,
industry. Um, it's a fun industry, but I mean, it's a lot of drinking. I mean, you're surrounded by beer all day long.
yep.
And I mean, it's not an uncommon occurrence to go into the brewery at 7, 8 a.m. and you're running a canning line and they're filling cans and you're drinking a beer at 8,
You
9
get under
a.m.
that spout, get on that spout, baby, and start
Yeah.
sucking down some beers.
Yeah. So my dad has talked about um because at some point they want to move out to the cabin and probably retire out there. And my dad has talked about getting Charlie, my buddy Charlie,
Yep. Yeah.
getting
Good
Charlie
guy.
to make him like a homebrew kit or homebrew setup at the cabin,
No
which would be
shit.
sweet. I mean,
Yeah.
so that would be the farthest that it would ever go um, to brewing beer again or ever
Mm,
getting
wow.
into the industry.
I'm sure as a job, it was a lot worse than it could be as a hobby,
Right. And I mean,
something.
some people are made for it, some people aren't. Um, and Charlie was in it for, geez, I don't know, 10 plus years. And I mean, he has some crazy stories too. It's an interesting industry. It's fun. It's definitely a young man's game. Um, not that we aren't young, but
No,
um,
I'm young. You're old as shit.
yeah. But yeah,
So how's work been going for you, dude?
good. And
Little carpentry life.
yeah, And it's funny because Cassidy and I mean, we've been talking about it a lot lately. Um, but just last night it got brought up about how when she first met me and like there was always this I was like jumping around. Like I never knew what I wanted to do.
Hmm.
And when we moved down here, I started working at a bar right away. It was a sweet bar. It was a very nice restaurant on the beach in Pensacola. And then I was like, I can't get back into this. Like Cassidy's schedule and my schedule would conflict. We'd never see each other. And so I did solar sales for
Yeah, I
like,
remember that.
dude, that was the most ridiculous
You didn't
time.
like that, did you?
I liked it in the sense of it gave you confidence, dude. Like going up to people's doors, knocking on them, and just like not backing down when they tell you no. It sounds so sad to say when I'm saying it out loud, but
No, I mean
but like
that's very true. Like, because everybody, if someone knocks on your door and they're holding that pamphlet or whatever, and
that iPad saying, "Hey, you want some
not
solar?"
interested. As
Yeah,
I see what my mother used to answer the door, and she'd know right away, and
yeah,
she wouldn't even say hi. She'd just be like, "Not interested." I was like, "Dang, this poor guy." And then
yeah,
they'd
dude.
start their spiel, and my mother would repeat, "Not interested,"
Yeah,
until
dude,
they turned around and walked away. I was like, "Hey,
yeah,
poor
and dude,
guy, just
it's
trying to make a
so
buck."
yeah, and it's funny because our moms are obviously sisters because I remember sitting at the kitchen table and some man or woman would like come up to the door and my mom would like we'd be sitting at the kitchen table and my mom would just be like, don't answer it. And so like this guy or woman is ringing our doorbell and we're just sitting up in the kitchen, but and we're like looking at him through the entryway, but
Yeah.
we're not going to answer the door.
Yeah.
So
There was a lot more of that going on. Like, you don't see that very often, door to door salesmen anymore. Like,
no,
you
I
see
mean,
roofers, a lot of roofers will come in after a storm and be like, "Hey, you got some hail damage.
right.
Let me fix that
Well,
up for you." But other than that,
yeah,
you never see it anymore.
right. And I
Unless we're just
mean,
not home to unless we're just not home to see it,
yeah, who
since we're
knows?
working during the day.
Yeah, it could be that. I mean, obviously they're still out there because I was doing it, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure that a lot of sales go on through social media and other digital avenues. Like I remember solar guys that I was working with, um, they'd like make TikToks or Instagrams and then promote it. And then they would find clients through that way. Like somebody would reach out and be like, oh, I'm in the area. Like come out and check out my roof. And so there's different ways to go about it. Um, but carpentry is pretty sick. Like I'm enjoying that. Um, and that was the whole thing with Cassidy and I. Like she can see that I'm enjoying what I'm doing. Like I'm not bringing work home with me. I'm not complaining about it. Like when I'm at work, I was complaining on Friday because we were working in 28-degree weather and uh it says upgrade to Zoom Workplace Pro and unlock the latest features. I guess you can only record for a certain amount of time.
We could record and splice it together
Yeah, I wonder if
somehow.
it's
It might mess up the flow a little bit, but
right. And I
like,
wonder
if this
if,
ends, then we could just start another one, and you can use your editing skills to put them
well,
together.
yeah, I can definitely do that. I just wonder if it's like a daily thing. We're gonna have to find out.
Yeah,
Um, or we just might have to upgrade. I wonder how much it is. Anyways,
300 a month.
yeah, just a cool 300.
Uh,
But What was I saying? Oh, not
So,
complaining about. I was
yeah,
complaining
so
at work
yeah.
because it was 28 degrees out when we got to work on Friday. But I mean, everybody's going to complain about that. When I say complaining, I'm not coming home and saying like I hate my coworkers, like I hate going to work. I need to find a new
Hmm.
job. Like that never happens anymore.
Dude, that's awesome.
And I'm learning a ton. I'm building great houses, and I don't know, it's something that I plan on doing forever, I guess.
Yeah, dude. I knew when you picked up that job, I knew you were gonna like it because
Yeah,
like I know the type of guy you are and you're a hands-on worker and you're creative. So that kind of work kind of puts both of those things together.
right. I think
Uh,
I finally figured out what I fit into.
how things going being freshly engaged.
Freshly engaged. I mean, not
It's
much.
been a couple months now, but
Yeah, no, I know what you're saying. I mean, nothing has really changed. I mean, we're still going about our life, but
mhm.
we're just adding more things like
Wedding
planning the
planning. Yeah.
wedding planning, and um I'm not even sure if I'm supposed to say the date yet, but we're the other week, last week, I think it's August 1st, 2026. So
Mhm. Yeah, I
pretty.
knew it.
Oh,
My
you
mother
did?
texted me. Yeah.
Right.
So
Um,
how else has things been? Is Cassidy enjoying her job?
yeah. I mean, she's busy as all hell, but if there's like somebody that absolutely loves what they're doing, it's Cassidy. And
Mhm.
she is obsessed with what she does. And even though she's working 12, 13, 14-hour days, like there's never a doubt in her mind where she was like, I don't want to do this.
That must
So
be a good feeling for sure.
yeah. So that's cool. I mean, she's tired sometimes, but I mean, we both knew that coming down here that was going to be part of the game. So she's enjoying it. What is it? She's finishing up year 3 in June, dude. I'll be down here for 3. I've already been down here for 3 years.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
It's so crazy, dude.
It feels like it to me. It feels like
Does
you've been
it
down there for 5. Yeah.
really?
Yeah, dude. I need you back, dude. I need you back as a
Yeah,
ninny.
yeah. I'll be back. I'll be back June 2026.
Yeah, eventually it will be. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm coming there.
Yeah. This isn't a bad place. I was just doing a voiceover recording for one of my not so daily vlogs that I've been doing.
Yeah.
And I was just talking about that, about how I've been down here for 3 years and I was flying my drone on this sunset. It's just crazy, dude, to think
Yeah.
that I live at Pensacola Beach.
Mhm.
Never did I ever think that I would go from Minnesota to North Dakota to Minnesota to Pensacola, Florida.
I know it's nuts.
Yeah.
It's awesome though.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful area. I loved it when I visited.
Yeah, you'll have to come back down before I leave.
Yeah, 100%.
But what else? What's up with you? So, new house, work's going good. Bowling, bowling's he's still bowling.
Let's talk about bowling, dude. Don't get me started on bowling. I'll talk forever.
Yeah.
It's been going good. Last night we had a rough one.
Oh
Lost
man.
all 4 points. So we lost all 3 games in total pins. So
Hmm.
that kind of sucked, but we had
Yeah.
a couple of our teammates pre-bowl, which is something where you would go earlier in the week and bowl, and then it counts towards your league score. So on nights like those, it just feels different when you don't have the full team there
Yeah.
because you're bowling faster. Just the vibes are different. Like there's 3 of us instead of 5 of us, and it's just we were bowling fast and we were not bowling well, and the team
Right.
we played could not miss. Like props to them. I think um, Marvin on the other team scored 270 something.
Holy
It was
crap.
it was like all strikes and then one spare, and then he got to his 10th frame, strike, and then he hit like a 9 or something. But he almost bowled like all strikes except one frame, which he
That's
spared. So
ridiculous.
yeah, we've seen a couple 300s in the league. It's exciting. It's something that's on my bucket list for sure. I mean, I don't know if that's a bucket list item. Like,
Oh, it's a bucket list item.
yeah,
Dude,
yeah, it's
what's your
on my
highest
bucket
score?
list. 242,
Oh my
243.
God, dude.
Yeah, actually, Gino and Merity were there and watched it.
Oh,
That
really?
was that night they were there. I think I had like 7 strikes in a row or something, and then I spared a couple times, and I was just going crazy. So yeah, it came out to be around 242 or something like that. I don't remember the exact score, but
That's
Ryan has our
absurd.
team high.
Oh, yeah?
I think Ryan is like 248 or something, which
Okay.
is weird that like bowling scoring is so kind of odd. Like it's kind of hard to figure out. Like I don't even know how they really score it,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's been going well. I'm excited to get a new ball. I'm gonna get a new bowling ball. I got a 14 pounder right now. I want to get a 15.
Yeah.
Definitely, it'll make a huge difference. Like I'll probably 300 after that. But
I'll probably get a 300 after that.
1 pound difference, 300.
Hmm.
That's what it is. But yeah, other
Well,
than that, I've still been lacking in my gym efforts.
that's what I was going to bring up next and how your workouts have been going.
They haven't been
I haven't been.
non-existent. I had a wild streak of I don't know, like 4, 5, 6 months of going hardcore.
Yeah, dude.
When you came to visit, I was probably like a month after you came to visit, I was probably in the best shape I've ever been in my life, to be
Yeah.
honest.
And you were
And
talking
then
about it.
yeah, and I don't know really what like I need to get back. Just every time I talk about it, I just kick myself because I need to get back into it, which I will. I just it's just really it's just getting there. Like just forcing myself to go. But yeah, ever since I dislocated my kneecap, which is kind of a funny story. I'll tell it really quick here. So it's like a cold morning, right? Brisk morning,
Hmm.
and I'm getting to a job site, kind of upset already because like I was rushing and I had to do like I feel like I'm saying like every other word. I gotta stop saying that. I had to do a bunch of
It
density
happens.
tests, and this foreman um, that I was dealing with, he was a really nice guy, but he just had a lot of work for me to do. So after I was done, I needed to grab a sample of some stills, some sand to take back to the lab. I get in the back of my truck to get my shovel, and I reach down to get the shovel, and like there's a bunch of clutter in my truck, right? So I kind of lose my balance, and then I step back, and my left knee just buckles, completely just buckles. Like and that's my good knee, so I don't know
That's
if it
my
was
good
just
knee.
dislocated my kneecap.
But you didn't know that it happened.
No, I got an MRI on it because I thought I tore something, but luckily no tears. And yeah, just need to strengthen it back up, and we'll be back.
Right. Do you think that that just took away some of your motivation to work out?
It definitely did. Well, for a while I was struggling to like I was in pain for a while, and then I just I kind of used it as an excuse for a bit, and then uh I think I just you know when you get in like you haven't gone in a long time and
Oh yeah.
it's just tough to get back in there. So I went with my roommate and we played some basketball
Right.
and my knee actually felt pretty solid there. Um, so that was good, but yeah, it'll just be a matter of time. Like maybe I'll go sometime this week, get back into the swing of things.
Yeah.
I'm not too down on myself about it just because I know that I can get back to where I was, you know,
Right.
three,
Muscle
four
memory.
months. Yeah, and I'm gonna start mixing in some more cardio too. I think that was one thing that I left out during my workouts is cardio. I think that'll help a lot with just stamina
Mm-hmm.
and cutting down some fat.
Do you think you'd ever be a runner?
No, I don't think I'd ever be a runner.
No.
Nah, just because of my knees alone. Like
Yeah.
I enjoy running. I'm fast, but I think it would just be hard on my knees. I really like the stationary bike though.
Yeah. Let's
Yeah.
dude, the bikes have an odd way of giving you a leg pump. I
Yeah.
mean, it's probably not odd because it's probably well known, but when I get off a bike, my legs feel three times the size.
hmm
Crazy.
hmm Yeah, I mostly just need it for stamina because I oftentimes I'll be lifting and I like will get out of breath early on in the workout.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it affects, pushing yourself further. So
Yeah.
if I had a little bit more stamina, I could mix in, I don't know, just more workouts. I mean,
Hmm.
being a guy like you who is in very good shape and has good stamina, I'm sure like you don't gas out very early.
I'm not as because I mean when I'm running and lifting, I I guess the stamina that you're talking about is there, but like I haven't run in I don't know how long.
Mm.
So, I mean, I get gassed out. I'm definitely not in as good of a shape as I was when you and I lifted however many months ago when we
Mhm.
benched. Um, I was in probably some of the best shape that I've ever been, but from the middle of December until probably 2 weeks ago, I hadn't lifted or ran.
Mhm.
So
It's
I
a seasonal
just,
thing too.
it's got to
Um,
be, dude.
just being so cold outside and the sun is down for so long. I was talking with my roommate about this. It dampers your mood and
100%.
you get done with work and you just want to stay inside. You don't want to leave again, especially here in Minnesota when it's 20 degrees on a good
Yeah,
day.
you got it worse up there. And I mean, I don't really have that excuse, to be honest. I can't even use that excuse because even the sun is up for longer down here.
Mm.
Like you have way shorter days up north than we do down here. Um, so my excuse just was that I got lazy and I didn't I didn't make it to the gym. But no, dude, the
That is
northern
what it is. I mean, the just being lazy is what it is. I mean, you can talk about the seasonal stuff and knee problems and stuff, but it, until you look in the mirror and be like, you're just being lazy, man. Like,
right because you can
and
physically get there.
yeah, yep.
So
And I mean, for us, at least we can admit it. It's
yeah,
it's the first step. Like, we know what we need to do,
yeah.
just doing it. So we're not completely blind to our laziness.
I know, which is good.
Yeah,
You don't want to be what would it be, naive?
right.
Yeah, man. I mean, it seems like you're doing well. You seem unless I'm reading you wrong, but you seem like you're doing well for
I am, dude. Life is
good.
good right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, our topic of what we were going to be chatting about was our favorite childhood memories, which I
Mm.
am curious if you have the same ones as I do, which I feel like you might, but I'll let you say what you're thinking.
Okay. So my favorite childhood memory growing up does include you for sure.
Yeah,
Um, I think a broader memory would be East Silent Resort. I
100%.
think just those days turtle hunting
Dude, I
and
thought about
just
turtle hunting right away.
it just you think about it, it's like it's almost like a movie. Like if you put that setting in a movie, it'd be like your typical family vacation, just lake,
Right,
Minnesota summer, fishing, um, all of that will never leave my memory, dude. Like
right.
those were by far the best times, just being with the fam and everybody being together and just doing those crazy things, man. I mean, we would bike around and run around the resort and just cause trouble.
Literally. And
It's
for
just
7
freedom.
days.
Yeah, just straight freedom. You would,
Hmm.
whenever I remember being on the way and those last 30 minutes were just like, oh, it was like better than Christmas, dude, because you
Yeah,
knew like we're gonna have a blast for 7 days.
right.
And yeah, just that sticks out to me big time. I was trying to think of other things. Um, I would say, I mean, this is kind of the same thing. There was a fishing trip that uh, your dad and you and my dad and I took to East Silent Resort, the same place,
Yeah.
and just being around that, like just dudes, like, and we were probably like 11 or something or 12 maybe.
Yeah, I don't even know how it would had to have been around there because it was before we were in junior high,
Yeah, it felt like the
right?
first kind of guys trip I've ever been on,
Right.
where it's like we're with our dads, there's no women around,
Yeah.
and it just felt like guys being guys, and our dads were just like extra, you know, dirty and just
Yeah, dude.
like they were thinking the same thing, like this is a guys weekend, so they were
Yeah,
being their authentic selves and not holding back on things. And
right.
gosh, those were definitely my top two times. I mean, pretty broad, but that's what I could think of.
But it's yeah, in the big picture, it is those. And I mean, I can just piggyback off of all of those because that's it. Those are exactly what I was thinking. The only like those last 30 minutes that you're talking about, I remember we would always look for the signs with otters on them because it was in Ottertail County. And when you would see the signs with otters on them, you're like, we're almost there. And then you like went down that long driveway through the woods and then it like opened up
Mm,
to like this open area with cabins all over the place. And they were big cabins, dude. It's not like,
hmm.
and they're, I
Really
mean,
nice
I shouldn't
resort.
say big, but um, I mean, it fit families of five.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, I mean, I remember showing up with big totes of food, like in microwaves and little TVs, and you're
Yeah,
there for 7 days and turtle hunting. There's, I don't remember if I was on your canoe or kayak, but I was on somebody's kayak and we were turtle hunting, and I was on the front. And I
turtle
was like,
hunting.
yeah,
People
dude.
that don't live in Minnesota are
Yeah.
like, it's such a random thing, and we race them motherfuckers. But sorry, I didn't mean
Yeah.
to cut you off. Like the whole, it was
No.
like an organized race at the end. Like we
Yeah,
were
because you'd
catching
bring your turtle.
prospects. Yeah,
Yeah, dude. And you'd bring your turtle into town
yeah.
and you'd race. Yeah, you'd race them. And I mean, I guess we should clarify that when we say turtle hunting, we're not like
Killing the
cooking.
turtles. No,
Yeah, no,
no,
we're
just catching them.
we're catching them. And
Turtle catching.
but I remember jumping off of a kayak and like there's this log of turtles and like one jumped off and I dove in the water and like grabbed it while it was swimming away. And I remember like holding it up in the air, like I got him. It was like this
You
little
just see a hand emerge with a turtle. Gosh, yeah, I remember that too. Yeah,
yeah, there's the painted turtles and and
you had a skill, you had a really good skill at
I
catching turtles
won. I
too.
won a couple times of
But
on those
you were
turtle
by far
races.
the best turtle catcher. I don't think I even caught one turtle, to be honest. I think I was just like a little sidekick and I
Yeah.
would just paddle you out
You'd be
there. I'm like,
the
do your thing, Augie.
yeah,
Like,
you'd be
catch them
getting me into
turtles.
position. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah, and then yeah, some other things about East Island. I remember stubbing my toe every single year on that driveway going up. I'd cut my toe wide open every single year. I don't know if I was just dragging my feet or what, um but and then you talked about the fishing trip with our dads. One of the thing when you talk about like the first guys trip, remember we used to get jerky chew,
Yeah.
like those cans of jerky that were like chewing tobacco.
Yes.
And we thought
Yes.
we were like, yeah, we're
Oh
with the
my gosh.
boys. We're with the
So
boys. We're
true.
like
Yeah.
10 years
We'd
old and
put it
we're
in our lip and
yeah.
stuff. Jerky chew.
It'd be jerky. Yeah.
But we wanted to be like our dads for sure. And that
Yeah, why
was, I mean, they chewed, so it was we like,
yeah.
yeah, you gotta chew.
Got it
whether
too.
whether it be turkey or jerky or what.
Yeah. Um, one fishing trip that I'll never forget because I'm probably still having side effects from it is when we went ice fishing. And I can't remember what lake it was on, but we weren't catching shit. And you and I were like, let's go explore. And we walked halfway
Mm,
across the lake,
I know where this is going.
and um that end of the lake was not frozen. It was like soft ice.
Hmm.
We were like playing some game like jump on the ice, like I'll catch you. And we would fall through into the ice.
Yeah.
Like we'd be soaking wet in ice, and I would be like on a little platform of ice and I'd be like, come on, Brady. And I'd be like yanking you out of the water and we're soaking
Oh my
wet.
gosh, I
It's
totally remember that.
it's like 20 degrees out. And then next thing I know, we're like freezing cold because we were just in ice water.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember going back and our dad just being pissed because they were like, what the hell are you guys doing playing in frozen water? And I remember like shivering in the ice tent or the fish house or whatever you call it. I can't even think
Yeah,
of the word, but and just like sitting next to the heater, freezing, and then sure enough, it's like we got to get going because
we
our
ruined
kids
it.
have hypothermia.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, that wasn't our brightest moment.
No, but
Not our
that's
dumbest
say
moment though.
no, not our
Probably not
dumbest
our
moment.
dumbest. No. Save that for
No,
another episode.
yeah, when we're older, but the I think it was the same trip that we played I don't remember what the bar was, but our dads brought us there and we played air hockey for like 2.5 hours
Mm,
straight, dude.
I remember that too. I can picture the bar, dude. I feel like they had karaoke going on that night.
It was just a
Some
towny
reason I
bar.
remember. Yeah, but I remember that. But I remember this like somebody singing for some reason.
Who knows?
Maybe it was us.
Yeah, maybe. But yeah, those are definitely the memories that at least
East
are
Island
the
was really
most like yeah.
life changing, huh? East Island.
Yeah. I
I
and my
not knowing it at the
sisters,
time, just you think back, like the way you described it, going down that long driveway and then it would just open up.
yeah,
Like I could picture that so much, and it was just like an ah moment. Like
right.
if we were to go there now and we could really take that in, like soak it in, like imagine how our parents were feeling,
I
like
know. I try and think
how
about
much
that.
fucking like they must have been so happy just to be there with their kids and like
Right.
in such a cool place, and everybody was just in good spirits all the time. And
As far as we're aware.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah, true, true. True, true,
Yeah,
true.
it's no, and I don't know if you've ever looked up their website nowadays, but I mean it's first of all it's expensive now.
Yeah, new
Whoever
owners completely
yeah, whoever
remodeled
bought
it.
it after Don and Carolyn um redid a bunch of cabins and it's expensive. But Maya, my sisters and I talk about potentially going back like when we all have kids. It'd be cool
Absolutely.
doing something like that. Or that resort that Maya had her wedding at.
Hmm.
That place
Yeah, I
was
really like
sweet
that.
too.
The place was super sweet.
Yeah.
Kind of gave the same vibes of East Silent. Like I'm sure
Yeah.
for the kids, it felt like that.
Right. Definitely. Yeah. I
So what else you got, man?
don't know. I don't know. I got some plans for the evening. Cassidy's in Arizona. I can't remember if I told you that or not, but I'm gonna edit some videos and I'm gonna probably go down to the beach and fly my drone this evening.
Excellent.
But I don't know. I think a good way to end these podcasts would be to just talk about what you're looking forward to or what you got planned coming up.
I agree. That is a good way. For me, I'm going to the Disturbed concert. Disturbed in
Oh
3 days
yeah,
Grace
dude.
in 2 weeks from Thursday. Disturbed is a heavy metal band,
Oh
and
yeah.
they're
Ooh,
awesome. Yeah. That's wait, that's System
Is
of a
that
Down, I
Slipknot?
think.
Oh, is it?
Wait, no, hold on, let me think now. No, that's Pantera. Down
Ooh,
with the sickness. Yeah.
is it?
Pantera. Yeah. Wait,
Oh,
look it up. You on
I
your
thought it
computer?
was like I
We got to
thought it was
figure this
Down
out.
with the Sickness.
It is Down with the Sickness by Pantera or
No, it's
just.
Disturbed.
Well, what the hell? I'm wrong. You're right.
I think yeah, Down with the Sickness.
Yeah, that will be great. Besides that, I'm looking forward to bowling on Friday to redeem ourselves.
Yeah.
Looking forward to the weather being nicer.
Yeah, what is it
The
there?
the sun's out today. I think it's about 30 degrees,
It's pretty good
but
for
yeah,
February.
Monday it'll be like 45. So
Really?
yeah, looking forward to that. Um, Other than that, you know, I'm kind of just I haven't been up to much lately. I've kind of been well, that's a lie. I went to a concert this weekend, actually,
Which one?
just this last weekend. Oh, I can't even give me a second here. I can't even remember the name. It was with a coworker. He knew the band. I didn't know the band.
Oh, okay, so it's not like somebody that I would probably know.
No, it's like a alternative rock. Um, Fantogram. Fantagram.
Pentagram.
Fantagram. Yeah, it was. There was a woman lead singer and a guy, but mostly the woman sang, and she was really good.
Hmm.
The I'm trying to think of what I would relate it to or compare it to. Fantagram is kind of like mm, Everessence.
Ever since.
I don't know, like those, those rock bands with chick lead singers. That's pretty much what
Yeah,
it was.
like okay. I mean, you're not thinking like Paramore, are you?
No, it wasn't like that. It was kind of like I can't really even explain it. I mean, I had a few drinks for sure, but
I'll
that
have
was
to
a good
listen to
time.
them. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
cool
that
that you
was a
go to
good time.
concerts.
Yeah, it's kind of been my new thing. I mean, I haven't been to a lot of concert, but just this year and the end of 2024, this will be my third coming up because I went to that
Yeah.
Chief Keef concert,
Chief
which was awesome.
Keef.
That
Did you go
was
with
awesome.
I forget,
TFE,
did you,
yeah.
yeah, did you go with Tebby?
Yeah. That's who I'm going to Disturbed with.
Oh, really? I didn't know if you were going
Yeah.
with Chuck or if you're going
No.
with. But
Yeah. What about you? What are you looking forward to this week or next?
um, well, Cassidy gets home on Wednesday, so I'll be looking forward to her coming home. Um,
Aw.
um, the my the videos that I've been making have been super good. Like, not
Dang
like
right.
I'm not saying that they're good. I'm saying that like the content has been easy to make and I've been having fun making it. So, I mean, I've been looking forward to making those. After we get done with this, I'm going to edit one and hopefully post it. And then um, work, we potentially might have a new construction, which means we build a
Mm,
house from scratch. I mean, we've
mm.
been doing we've been doing remodels since I joined the crew. So there's potentially a new build coming up, which will be great for experience when I come back. Um, but other than that, I'm just gonna keep on keeping on.
Dang right.
Yeah.
That's good, man. Seems like you're doing good, looking good. I've enjoyed this podcast. I think I'm gonna I'm gonna start streaming some Tekken soon. I've
Yeah.
been going really hard at it. I almost have 3 hours in it, so kind of
Is there a
been
new
no life in
Tekken?
it. No, it's the same Tekken.
I feel like 3 hours isn't that much.
Oh, 300.
Oh shit, dude.
300 hours, man. I'm approaching.
Bro, I thought you said 3 hours. I was like, what? That's not that
No,
much.
no. My ultimate goal is God of Destruction, and it's a very ambitious goal, but
Get
that
it.
is, yeah. And yeah, I think I might start streaming it, so I'll maybe plug that next episode. But um, other than that, I got no plans for today. I'm probably gonna do some laundry,
Yep.
clean up a little bit. I've been reading the Berserk series.
Yeah, dude. I was wondering what the hell that was.
It's a very, very famous manga. Probably the no- I think it's the number one rated manga, and it's about a some dude that gets born from a carcass, and he joins this mercenary group. And without spoiling anything, uh, things go awry, to say the least.
Dude, each one of
Uh,
those is a different book.
each one of them is 3 volumes, so there's a lot of volumes in this. But yeah, it's just like it's kind of comic booky, so it's like kind of nerdy, but this is the best one out of them all. Um,
That's crazy.
Trying to find a cool panel here to show you because the character Guts is so cool looking. Um, I'll show you Griffith. Well, this is kind of a spoiler though.
I'm not gonna read it, but
No.
okay.
I mean, you never know who's watching this.
Yeah, that's true.
You're welcome for not spoiling it to
Yeah,
those who are watching or
yeah.
reading
The
Berserk.
mil the
I
millions
doubt it.
of
I doubt it. Yeah,
the millions
and
of
not
viewers.
not many people are as nerdy as I am. But
Hey man, you found
anyway,
something you like. That's the only thing that matters.
that's right.
All right, dog. It's good chatting.
Yeah.
We will I'll probably text you right after this to try and figure out when we should do another one and I'll do the